All right, we are live and recording. Welcome to the show, Dr. Jordan Peterson. First of all, I want to say thank you so much for coming onto this podcast, and this is a real honor. And for being so accommodating with my schedule, I just can't believe it. I know you're a busy guy, and just want to say I really appreciate that.
Yeah, sure, anytime.
Well, how are you doing today, Jordan?
I'm good. It's been a productive day so far. A new book is coming along pretty well, and there is one hang up. It's technicians with the Google Fiber and setting it up all day.
Sorry,
It's been giving me trouble. I'm twiddling around.
what are you saying?
Can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
Is it coming through?
The connection is not very strong at all. It's cutting in and out, and I can't really make out
Sure.
what you're saying.
I've switched to audio only. I think this should be sufficient for our purposes.
That's much better, but it's like a high-pitched whining, ringing noise coming from your end.
I'm microwaving something.
Okay? Is it almost done?
I'll check in a minute. They put on the box that it'll take 4 minutes, but then those 4 minutes end, and it's only the outside that's toasty, and you bite into it, and it's like the frigid winds of Russia in your mouth. Have you read Dostoevsky?
I have not read any Dostoevsky. I plan to.
Have you read my book?
The 12 Rules for Life. Yes, I have read that. Very well done.
Well, I'm glad you think so.
So I want to be respectful of your time, and I think we should dive right in. So I had some things I wanted to ask you about current events concerning our culture, and the seemingly overwhelming tidal wave of anti-masculine sentiment that we see in the media these days.
Yeah, sure.
So, as one of the leading figures in modern philosophy, a viral figure on the internet, and an inspiration for so many people, myself included, I wanted to reach out and see if you had any thoughts on this topic, the topic of, are we living in a tyrannical patriarchy in 2021?
Well, that's a very broad topic, and well, if we're gonna break down that question, let's start off with tyrannical patriarchy. Number one, it's not tyrannical by any sense of the word. We've never had more democracy than any point in history. Number two, it's not a patriarchy by any legitimate definition. And, well, let me flip the script a little bit. Let me ask you something. Have you ever seen Cars 2?
Cars 2, I saw Cars 1 in theaters a long time ago.
I saw it in theaters too, but I subsequently purchased it in Blu-ray so I could view it in seclusion. I also purchased in the order that they were released as soon as they were released. Cars 2, Planes, and Planes, Fire, and Rescue, but never Cars 3, never Cars 3. And when you think of the divinity and power that's inherent in the number 3, one would expect that the third Cars film would be the most memorable and thematically significant, and yet it was reprehensibly terrible, and not much truth can be gleaned from it. Oh, alright. Oh shoot, let me...
Is everything okay?
Alright. I didn't take the bloody plastic wrapping off. It's melting in. Oh, bloody hell, like... It's still not done. Oh,
Jordan.
it's still frozen! I guess I could still eat it, I suppose. I'll just pick at it later.
Jordan, are you there? Can you...
Yes. Back to Cars 2. In fact, now, let me share screen. I have some slides for a presentation I'm giving at Cambridge that would have been very useful for this discussion.
So I did not understand the movie. Uh, who created these cars? Who's driving them? Where are the humans in this? Why do they exist?
Well, that's the beauty of it. There are no humans in this film. And I want to correct you because this is not just a movie. This is a film. And though there are no humans in this film, these driverless vehicles are quite literally vessels for various Jungian archetypes, which exist in every culture. In Cars 2, the three most narratively prominent are the child archetype, the trickster, and the hero. They go in this order: Mater, Axelrod, and Lightning McQueen. Now, the most fundamental of all stories is, of course, the story of the hero, the man who goes out and confronts chaos. The world is a dangerous, brutal place. Our lives, as Thomas Hobbes commented, are nasty, brutish, and short. The hero archetype is someone who voluntarily brings order to a chaotic world at no benefit to himself. Now, you might ask me why I am devoting my first post-COVID lecture circuit to the analysis of a movie about talking cars from 2011. And I would ask you, well, why do you look like the guy from The Wiggles? You see, the Cars 2 film has reached millions and accordingly educated millions on the importance of an enlightened, heroic stance on the trials we encounter every day. It's really a playbook for life. And if you don't have a bloody playbook, then you're more than likely to lose the bloody game. Do you follow?
I follow. I am interested in the film and film in general. But if we could, let's take a step back and talk more broadly about these themes and not specifically Cars 2. I think that would be more beneficial to my viewers.
You see, I would like to quibble with that. And maybe this isn't just a quibble. It might be an outright bloody disagreement. So listen up, bud. Cars 2 is the most accessible and illuminating commentary young and adult men have on the hero's journey, which exists in all of us. And we are all on our own journey from Radiator Springs to the Grand Prix. And we have to rely on our friends to get there, yes, but in the end, we have to grab the wheel ourselves and get off this bloody dirt road, because life is a highway. And we have to get our butts in gear and drive on to Providence. And, well, that's just what I believe.
I may have gone too far there.
Yeah, I think you did.
I'm sorry. I will see the film. I will see Cars 2. There are some other things I need to do. I need to read Crime and Punishment for one.
No.
Dostoevsky.
No. I would prioritize watching Cars 2 before you do any of that. It's a much better use of your time. Now, if I could just pull up this one scene, it's so you can immerse yourself in the universe.
Wait,
Cars
I wouldn't
2
recommend pulling up the internet. I don't think your internet can handle this.
Experiential work. It's simply consume the
Jordan.
and the trailer, but